So good evening, one and all present here. Let's start the session. If you are not willing to learn, no one can help you. If you are determined to learn, no one can stop you. So I'm Shifali Saxena. Many of you know me, many of you don't know me. I'm a passionate educator and a trainer. And I am so glad that you all are here today. I would just like to know that, as in, how many of you have ever felt that your child or your student have understood the entire topic into the classroom, right? Whenever you teach them, it feels like, okay, they have understood. They respond also in a way that they have understood. But after an hour, even if you ask them, right? Or say, even if you ask them after a couple of days, it's completely forgotten. And even exam time, it becomes worse. No matter how much time they are studying, no matter how much they are cramping, they are not able to recall certain things. How many of you feel so that it does happen? How many of you can relate? Please write yes in the chat box if you agree with the statement. Just write yes in the chat box if you agree with the statement. Thank you. Thank you so much for being engaging. I will be asking for such small responses in the chat box because that keeps me aware that yes, you all are here, right? So basically, this is not a student problem. It is a system problem. And system can be changed. Not entirely, but yes, definitely to some extent, it can be changed, right? So before I go ahead, would just like to share a few more things about myself. My mission is very simple: to give every teacher, every parent a tool that brain was designed to use so that every student, every child learns faster, remembers longer, and loves the process. If you give them something to learn, they don't like it, right? Even I don't like. If you ask me to, ma'am, you have to learn this entire paragraph. You have to speak this in front of the audience. I really don't like that. I feel like I can speak, I can just stand out and I can speak, right? Whatever is there in my mind. But then there should be certain, valid points in my mind that I should speak out, right? There should be some sequence in my mind that I need to speak out. So, same goes ahead with the children, okay? The answers that they are writing, actually it has a pattern that, okay, first this word should come, then this word should come, then this word should come. So these are the different keywords that should come one after the other that frames the entire answers for them, right? So I have been into this teaching industry from last 13 years, and I've been teaching little learners, the pre-primary students. Then slowly I have trained 1,000 students, 3,000 plus educators, as in how to use technology, the use of AI. Now I'm starting with the brain training part also. But let me tell you something very personal that changed my entire perspective, as in how jumped from entirely a digital world to this brain training and memory training and study skill part. Because even long back, I thought, yes, I'm teaching well. My students are learning. But as and when I have observed that there are so many students, as and when they grow up, right? They go to the bigger classes, their interest goes down. The same child was performing very well in pre-primary, but the same child is not performing so well in the above classes. Why so? There is a difference in the teaching pattern. There is a difference in the way that they learn actually, right? I want to tell you something, even one more thing, that when I was into this more of digital teaching part, right? I was into content development, more of excessive screen time, more of watching videos so that I can learn more and more. What happened that I did not realize is that I slowly started forgetting simple things. My brain was, fully fogged out. My right brain, the creative brain, right? It wasn't functioning so well as it was. I was very good in storytelling, but now again, it has gone back to the process because I have done this training, I have processed, I have greased up my mind again in that way. So it got into work once again, and thank God that it got reprocessed. So I did a lot of research also, have studied, gone through multiple research. It shows that the adult attention span has dropped from 12 seconds in 2000 to about 8 seconds due to digital overload, as mentioned by Microsoft in 2015. And this realization is what made me take the memory training and the study skill coaching, even after everything I have achieved. Can you relate that actually the attention span has dropped? Even adults' attention span has dropped. In a fact, it has been said that a goldfish attention span is 9 seconds. Earlier, humans का इस attention span was 12 seconds. Now it is 8 seconds. तो वो तो goldfish के attention span से भी कम हो गया. It is less than a goldfish attention span also, right? I was forgetting simple tasks. I had no patience to read the long passages. कुछ भी बड़ा सा screen में आता था. I used to just, slide, scan and move. But then also I was missing certain points. There are certain important points in that I was missing while reading as well, because there were such long processes. Then I got to know that there is something called as speed reading, where actually you can capture the important words in between by scanning and can go ahead to the next part, and you can summarize the entire content, right? So there are different techniques that one can actually learn and use it into their day-to-day life to enhance their productivity and to enhance the result of the students as well. And these are science proven things. Now there is the another scary part, that it is not just happening to the adults. Imagine it is happening to our students also, the Gen Alpha students, the generation that we are dealing with, right? They are more into screen time. From the time they are born, right? उनके हाथ में थोड़े months के बाद मोबाइल फोन पकड़ा दिया जाता है, that the child is busy, right? So that the parents can do their work actually. So we are mapping up the neurons from the childhood only. And when they grow up, then we parents say कि ये तो मोबाइल छोड़ता ही नहीं है, he doesn't leave the mobile. He learns very quickly things from the mobile, but when I talk to the child, he doesn't look at me, right? So have you ever noticed that even your students struggling to remember things that has been taught minutes ago? In a fact, that came into 2022 Common Census Media Report found that children aged 8 to 12 years spend an average of 5 hours daily on screen. 5 hours without realization. Many of you can connect it when you get into the bed, and if you are watching your mobile phone, you are just scrolling down to the reels. Hours and hours are gone into, and you didn't realize. Sometimes you'll feel, oh my God, it's 1 o'clock at night. I've been scrolling from the mobile from so long, so much time I have wasted. So it was not only that you were watching the videos, it was that it is affecting your neural pathway. The children, even their imagination is being killed because of this. Even your imagination is getting killed because of this. There is a lot of anxiety and issue among the students and others as well. I request you to please put yourself on mute. When it is required, I'll definitely ask you to speak out, right? So our students are not lazy. Their brain needs training. We need to map the neurons once again. Now, once that is already mapped, उसको वापस से बिगाड़ करके फिर से बनाना, it is very difficult. But there are ways, and if we work on it, it is possible, right? So that is why most of the students, we used to say ना, हमारे टाइम पे हम लोग तो ऐसा नहीं करते थे. टीचर बोलती थी, हम सुनते थे. बच्चे आजकल के सुनते ही नहीं है. They don't listen. उनका attention span है ही नहीं, right? They are not able to tell stories. If you give them a simple character, ask them to give it a name, they will think a lot. Kya naam de, kaise de, right? They find it very difficult. I'll request you to please put yourself on mute, or else I need to remove you from the meeting. Yeah, thank you so much. Right? So they had very less attention span. A lot of distractions are there. And this is not the discipline problem. This is the brain training problem, basically, and is 100% solvable. That is a guaranteed thing. It's a guaranteed thing. Now, does this sound familiar to you that you teach brilliantly to your students? Like, as I have told you earlier, also, I've asked, and they forget, they remember nothing, right? So, this is not a theory, actually. It's a proven fact confirmed by 130 years of cognitive science research. Within 1 hour, 56% of the lesson content is forgotten. And rather, within a week of cramming the content, 90% is still gone. And the teachers, the parents, now I hope you understand why students say they studied all night but still fail to recall whatever is there in the exam. There is a lot of anxiety into the mind as well, into the heart as well, right? Ebbinghaus, right, in 1885, he proved that without review, memory decays. Means we need to revise. That is why it has been said, no, revise the content, revise the content. But how to revise the content? What pattern to be followed? The content is so much. Aaj ek padhaya chapter, next day again another chapter. There are so many topics. How to create a system, or how to teach a child so that they can jump to the revision part also. There is a system of revision. As in the first day when you have taught the child, right, their memory is 100%. The moment you have taught them, you ask any question, they will reply. After one period, you just go and ask the child. There is a drop into that. After a week, you ask, hardly few students will remember. Again, when you will ask them after 3 months, nothing is remembered. That needs to be revised. Now, a system needs to be built so that they can do revision in a proper way and can keep up pace with the ongoing content and the previous content that they have learned. Now, there is so much to remember and so much to go through. That sounds really difficult, right? So we have to make things simple. We have to do it in a very simpler way. We have to help them learn things in a very simpler way, right? Now, there are a lot many ways actually through which we can do the teaching part. So there are 6 modules basically that we need to follow as per the neuroscience. First thing, we need to understand the language of the brain, because your brain does not, works on words. It works with the image. For example, if I say mango right now, so what comes to your mind? Can you just write in the chat box? If I say mango, what comes to your mind? You can just write in the chat box. Image of mango, national fruit, color, exactly, image, fruit, right? It's image. Delicious. If I say pizza, you can feel the flavor, right? You can feel that how it looks, right? If I show you the logo of McDonald's, you will not see the letter M. Rather, you will see that, oh, wow, make the burger, make the ice cream, right? So our brain language is basically pictures. That is why in prehistoric time, how people used to depict the history part, they used to draw things, right? And when I said mango, when I said pizza, when I say McD, you can relate the pictures related to these words. Rather, you don't see the letter MANGO. You did not see the letter APPLE. You did not see the letter PIZZA, pizza. No, the letters were not there. The picture was there, right? So the language of the brain is basically picture, image thinking. So whenever we are asking the children to remember anything, there should be a picture of it. अब हर word का picture तो नहीं बना सकते, right? But then there are ways. उसका भी picture create करने के लिए there are ways. Okay. Now, likewise, if I say that, okay, let's try something different. As in, if I give you a word justice, what picture comes into your mind? Justice. Can you imagine some picture? What picture comes into your mind when I say justice? Court. Yes. Judge. Okay, great. Free. Lawyer. Balance image. Courtroom. Definitely. Right? So there are different images of a word that comes in our mind. Why? Because we all are different individuals. Right? सबके दिमाग में अलग-अलग functioning हो रही है. Okay? Few relate it with the court balance wala thing. Few can relate it with the lady with the blindfolded thing. Few can relate it with, say, uh, courtroom, few connected with the lawyer, few connected with the argument session that is going on between two people, right? I'm getting really amazing answers. Man with blindfolded, definitely. So there are different pictures for each word that comes into our mind. Why? Because you are able to imagine that thing. You did not see the letter JUSTICE, right? You saw the picture of that particular thing. Okay, right? Okay. Now, some concepts are there where actually there is no picture, but we have to create a picture. And these words are called as abstract words. Those words that does not have a picture, they are called as abstract word. And there is a science behind it that we need to create a picture for that thing. Then second module, so you will be learning, you need to know about the language of brain, right? How to create picture, where we can create mind mappings. We need to do brain gymming also. Why? Because we need to activate our neurons. थोड़ी देर के बाद क्या होता है? The brain sleeps. And these days, I'm trying these things with my little ones into the classroom. I really do brain gymming with my students, and it brings back their attention instantly because the days were so hot, right? Morning when they came into the classroom, they were very happy and joyful. They started their day very beautifully, but slowly and gradually what happens, their attention span goes down. They get exhausted. And even that is why, if you all have been watching videos and all, you must have seen in YouTube videos that in Japan classes or in Chinese classes, they do have a break in between where they do certain physical activity. At times they allow them to sleep also, but in India, we cannot ask them to sleep into the classroom, right? So we need to do certain physical exercise. We need to activate the neurons, light up the neurons again by doing certain brain activities. Now, how we can do that? I'll just stop sharing my screen here and let's interact for a while. I'll ask you to do a very simple exercise. Very simple exercise. What you have to do, if you all can turn on your camera, that's great. You all can turn on your camera, or else you can try doing it behind the scene as well, right? What you have to do, you have to take your left hand and do it like this, right? Show your index finger and the little finger, right? Your middle finger and ring finger is down. Now take your another hand and you have to do the opposite, right? See, the middle finger and the ring finger is up, and the index finger and the little finger is down. Now you have to switch as fast as you can, right? This one will go up and this one will go down. You have to switch. Switch. Try to switch. Both the fingers. Yes, Miss Sumita. Do it. Do it as fast as you can. जितनी जल्दी कर सकते as fast as you can. I'll request you to please put yourself on mute. Right? Try to do it. Is it happening? You are finding it a little difficult to do it? Yes, Miss Yamkami, trying to do it? switch, little, taking little time to open and again, right? Yes, it is difficult, right? But my little ones, they are able to do it with practice. They are doing it. I started with very simple exercises with them, like they were first putting their fist like this, and then they were clapping. So earlier, this was also very difficult for them, how to keep it up and down, and then clap, right? I'm removing Miss, I don't know whosoever is this Karan Aljulia, because you are making a lot of, yeah, right. So they used to create, sometimes it happens that people, they are misbehaving. So I need to do this, right? Because they're disturbing others. Okay. So this was a very simple exercise that we did right now. Then there are certain other brain exercises, like you are tapping your head like this, right? And now you have to rotate your left hand. Rotate your left hand. Tap your head and rotate your left hand. Now change. Now tap with this and rotate your right hand. So what will happen? At times you will feel you are banging on your head. Okay. Now another exercise. Take both your hands, right? Hold your ears. Hold your ears. Hold your nose. Now switch. From this hand, you have to hold your ears, and this hand, you have to hold your nose. Switch fast. Switch fast. Fast. As fast as you can switch fast. Right? So these things, these simple activities actually help the children to bring back their attention. You can bring back their attention by doing such simple brain exercises. There are many brain exercises that we need to do into the classroom, so that it is fun also, and we are actually, bringing them back into the classroom as well, and they enjoy doing it. Their brain gets charged as well, and they are more attentive. Their joy, their happiness comes back into the classroom. क्योंकि एक बार अगर मूड खराब हो गया, फिर कोई कितना भी पढ़ाता रह रहा, तो फिर मन नहीं करता पढ़ने का, राइट? सो इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि उनका अटेंशन स्पैन लेकर आना, स्पेशली ब्रेक के बाद, आफ्टर ब्रेक इट बिकम्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट. सो लंच के बाद तो सबसे पहले एक ब्रेन एक्सरसाइज जरूर करानी है, एंड देन यू कैन ऑलवेज गो अहेड विद द नेक्स्ट. बहुत बड़ा ड्यूरेशन नहीं रखना है, जस्ट फॉर 3 minutes. 3 minutes of brain exercise every day, even when you are switching from one period to the another period. That also really works very well. Before you start any new thing, do a little different brain exercise. One brain exercise they need to practice at least for 1 week to get used to it. उसके बाद आपको change करना है, क्योंकि जब वो easily कर लेंगे ना, तो फिर उनका वो मजा खत्म हो जाता है. They need to do something very funny, right? So similarly, yeah, definitely. Okay, so similarly, we also need to do certain exercise at times to, for recreation purpose. Now, second thing, as in the memory foundation linking. Now, what is memory foundation linking? Now, memory foundation linking is as in, for example, how many of you remember Johnny Johnny Yes Papa? आता है. मछली जल की रानी है. हाथी राजा बहुत बड़े. क्यों? why do you remember? If I say कोई वो उसकी, tell me a poem that you have learned in class 9th, William Wordsworth की कोई poem सुनाइए. आती है? नहीं आती है.
Difficult.
Very difficult, right? why it is difficult? If I say कोई रस्किन बॉन्ड की स्टोरी सुनाइए. लिटिल रेड राइडिंग हुड आती है? हाँ आती है. ओके. हेयर इन द टॉर्टोइस आती है? आती है. कोई एक ऐसी स्टोरी दैट, वो एक सीरियल आता था लॉन्ग बैक, मालगुड़ी डेज, उसकी कोई स्टोरी आती है? यस, आती है. क्यों आती है? why you are able to remember that? Because our emotions are connected. We are connected emotionally with these things. राइट? इतना रिकैप हुआ है, इतना रिकैप हुआ है, इतना रिकैप हुआ है कि अब खून के रगों रगों में बह रहा है, राइट? रादर विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ तो बिल्कुल कहीं नामो निशान में नहीं है। रस्किन बॉन्ड की स्टोरीज बिल्कुल लर्न ही नहीं है. दोज आर इंग्लिश टीचर्स, डेफिनेटली दे विल बी knowing it. Why? Because they are into this teaching thing, so they know, right? Otherwise we don't know, right? So, and why? Because when we have learned these things, right, so there first of all एक emotion जुड़ा हुआ है, कुछ फ्लेवर्स कनेक्टेड होते हैं उससे, कुछ फीलिंग्स कनेक्टेड होती हैं उस चीज से, राइट? एंड मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट, लाइक यू कैन विजुअलाइज दोज थिंग्स. उसको पढ़ाने के लिए इतना ज्यादा आपको वीडियोस दिखाया गया, एक्शन कराया गया, रोल प्ले कराया गया, दैट यू स्टिल रिमेम्बर. बट अभी जब विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ की कोई पोएम कराते हैं तो क्या कराते हैं? समझा दिया, डिफिकल्ट वर्ड्स की मीनिंग अंडरलाइन करा दी बच्चों को, राइट? एंड देन उनको बोला नाउ लर्न इट. राइट द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ द पोएट. व्हाट वाज द मेन कैरेक्टर? अरे उसको पिक्चर से यू हैव टू कनेक्ट. एज वी ग्रो, राइट, बच्चे जब छोटे होते हैं, देयर आर लॉट मेनी एक्टिविटीज दैट वी डू विद द चिल्ड्रन. I understand with the bigger class it becomes difficult, but somewhere we need to modify our teaching style so that they like that content. They need to visualize that. अगर आप पोएट्री पढ़ाते पढ़ाते एक सुंदर सी ड्राइंग ही बोर्ड में अगर आपने बना दिया, डैफोडिल्स हम उनको बताते हैं येलो कलर के फ्लावर्स होते हैं, उसमें गार्डन था और वो बेल की तरह लटक रहे थे, उनको वर्बल डिस्क्रिप्शन तो दे दिया हमने, बट क्या उसकी ड्राइंग करवाई कभी बच्चों से? लेट ड्रॉ, try to show the story, right? Try to show the poem in a, note formatting. When we ask the students to take notes, they are writing big, big words, big, big sentences, and they miss out at certain places. Have you ever taught them to take visual notes? Because anyways, notes they take in rough notebook, right? So visual notes क्या होते हैं? उसमें they draw drawing for the sentences. और जहां पे ड्राइंग वर्ड्स की नहीं बना पाते, वहां पे दे यूज टू राइट वर्ड्स, सो दे रिमेंबर इट. एंड व्हेन दे गो फॉर रिकैपुलेशन, तो उनको वो इतना पढ़ना नहीं है, दे विल सी द ड्राइंग एंड दे विल डिपिक्ट. व्हाई? क्योंकि वो तो उन्हीं नहीं बनाई है ना, so they can recall it, right? Now, so here what we need to do, we need to connect the content so that children, they can connect it with something beautiful. A very simple question, how many of you still remember कि जो स्कूल की फेयरवेल पार्टी हुई थी उसमें कौन सी ड्रेस पहनी थी? कुछ प्लान आउट किया था, समथिंग समथिंग, राइट? सी मिस ललिता still remember. Why? Miss Amreen is also still remembered. Why? Because your emotions are connected. कितनी बार रिकॉल किया होगा कि कौन सी साड़ी पहनी थी, कौन सी ड्रेस पहनी थी? एक बार भी नहीं किया होगा, सिर्फ एक बार प्लान किया था और आज भी याद है. आई स्टिल रिमेम्बर, नेवी ब्लू कलर की साड़ी मैंने पहनी थी, मम्मी की थी वो, उसमें मुकेश का काम था, मुझे बहुत अच्छे से याद है. I did not recall it multiple times, but yes, still I do remember that, right? So it is related to जब आप उसमें कुछ बहुत ही beautiful add कर देते हो ना, तो automatically वो चीज remembrance में आ जाती है, right? Next module is as in the memory palace and the peg system. Now that is called as journey method. For example, abhi I tell you that when you every day you are going from school, then you go to your say home, right? रास्ते में कितनी जगह पड़ती हैं, तो there is a method as peg system, right? So we tell the students to place those difficult numbers onto that particular letter, on those particular locations, so that they remember it. That helps them to remember long digit numbers also. That is called as peg system. So there are different systems into it. Then we need to add gamification. We need to add speed, reading into it. We need to include certain, for example, certain things as in where there are badges, there are levels into it, into the learning part, so that children, they remember the same thing, right? So now I have actually designed a course for this. And this course is for teachers, parents, school administrations, online educators, or tutors, where I teach all these systems in detail because it is not possible to cover everything in 1 hour, and it has been done after a long research, and I have dedicated a lot of time into it. I'll just share my screen. Right now, what you are doing is your teaching is helping the children to remember, but they are not able to remember, right? There is passive lessons going on where listening is there, copying is there, and then they forget. Students, they come for exam, they prepare and they forget, right? You repeat certain things 5 times, but still they are forgetting. Struggling to engage reluctant learners, जो नहीं learn करना चाहते वो नहीं learn करते हैं, right? अब उनके कुछ naughtiness होती है जिसके लिए हमको उसको उस तरीके से engage करना होता है, but they are not learning. But have you ever taught them how to learn it? Learn करना कितनों ने सिखाया है? समझाया सबने है. You all have made them understood the chapter, but उनको learn करना किसने सिखाया? लर्न करना कोई नहीं सिखाता, राइट? दे जस्ट क्रैम्प करते. पिक्चर क्रिएट करना कितनों ने सिखाया वर्ड्स के लिए? नहीं. लिंक करना कितनों ने सिखाया? नहीं, right? So now once you will do this course, you will be able to give a science backed retention that is guaranteed. एक्टिव लेसन्स, बहुत ज्यादा विजुअलाइजेशन होगा, लिंक होगी, स्टोरी टेलिंग होगा, रिकॉल होगा, बच्चों का वोकैबुलरी बढ़ेगा, देयर थिंकिंग कैपेबिलिटी विल इंक्रीज, एंड वट एवर दे विल लर्न उसका रिटेंशन टाइम विल इंक्रीज. एंड बीच में अगर रिकैपुलेशन हो गया तो फिर वो तो डेफिनेटली रिटेन करेगा. There is a structure. Once you have studied today, right, revise it within 24 hours, then after a week, then after 3 weeks, and then after 3 months, you will remember it. This is the pattern. You can note down. Revise anything that you have studied today within 24 hours, then after a week, then after 3 weeks, and then after 3 months. You will remember the chapter. This is the revision pathway, actually. Right? So students will compete and will participate. Why? Because you will know how to gamify the content, how to gamify the chapters, how to gamify the simple things. Right? Now I am going to give you a very beautiful activity, right? Where what will you do? If your child is there, so they will learn mind mapping. Children will learn mind mappings, link system, memory palace, speed reading, gamify their study, brain gym, mastering answers, all that thing, right? Abhi, I am coming to the next slide now. Here there are 10 words, right? There are 10 words, and I am giving you 2 minutes. You need to learn these 10 words. Come on, the timer is on. 9 more seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Right? Now, just take a paper or a pen and then start writing these words. These were just random words, right? Just start writing these words. But the condition is it should be in sequential order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All 10 in order. In order. पहले क्या था, फिर क्या था, फिर क्या था, फिर क्या था, फिर क्या था. People are able to recall, but बीच बीच में से कुछ आ रहा है, 9 words recollect कर लिया, but it is not in order, right? Very few will be able to recall it into a correct order.
Ma'am, I'm not able to use the chat box.
Okay. Ma'am, it's active for everyone.
I don't know. I'm clicking on the chat box. It is just rebouncing back. I'm not able to open the chat box at all.
Okay, maybe it's a problem from
Okay,
your
maybe. Yes. Okay, that's okay.
Okay. Okay.
No, it's problem from my side also, ma'am.
Okay. Just hold, because everybody is typing in here and it's coming. Let me just cross check once. It is meeting group chat and anyone directly. Yeah, right. Okay. Now I'll just ask you to close your eyes. Eyes closed and no cheating. Eyes closed. Recall the words from 10 to 1. Twist, right? Eyes closed. No cheating. No cheating. No cheating. Eyes closed. Recall the words from 10 to 1.
Okay. Garden, bottle,
Garden,
monkey, then
no.
a
Garden,
window,
bottle,
jacket,
monkey, window, pencil,
pizza,
pencil, jacket,
Jacket,
guitar,
guitar,
pizza,
rocket, and
rocket,
rabbit.
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 I mean, I
बीच
forgot
बीच में
pencil.
कुछ गड़बड़ हो गया.
I forgot pencil.
Yes, very true.
कुछ गड़बड़ हो गया. Now why that happened? Because ये जितने words थे, right, इनका कोई एक दूसरे से connection नहीं था. And we just crammed it 1 to 10 तक पूरा learn कर लिया. उसके बाद we are trying to recall, तो फिर वो कैसे आएगा, right? So we have to make a link between the two words. अभी लिंक कैसे बिठाना है? नॉनसेंस चीजें बहुत अच्छे से याद रहती है हम लोगों को. जितना नॉनसेंस होगा उतना अच्छे से लर्न रहेगा, राइट? सो वी विल, एंड नॉनसेंस कैन बी क्रिएटेड वेयर ह्यूमर इज देयर. ओके, वेयर सर्टेन आपके 5 सेंसेस में से कोई ना कोई सेंस उसमें यूज होना चाहिए. ओके, आईज, ईयर्स, नोज, स्किन, टच, कुछ भी आपका यूज होना चाहिए. And we are going to use action words. Remember, what are we going to use? Action words. Now, if I tell you to create a story between the first word and the second word, अभी आप बोलोगे मैम ये बच्चों को ये इस चीज का क्या सेंस बनेगा ऐसे वर्ड्स का लिंक सिस्टम सिखाने का. बट इट प्लेज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल एज इन व्हेन दे आर लर्निंग वर्ड मीनिंग्स. वर्ड को मीनिंग से कनेक्ट करते हैं. when they are learning definitions, उसमें keywords को connect करते हैं. when they are writing answers में बड़े बड़े 5 to 6 points उनको learn करने होते हैं, उसके अंदर का content करना होता है, तब उनको वो connection build करना होता है. अब वहां पे तो abstract words होते हैं, तो उनकी picture कैसे create करना है वो एक अलग ही system है, वो उनको आना चाहिए, right? So here we have taken the simple words because we start with a simple thing. बहुत complicate कर देंगे तो शुरू में ही नहीं समझ में आएगा. Now we have to make a story between the first word and the second word. First word क्या था? Rabbit. Second word क्या था? Rocket. Right? So we will make a story with an action. क्या story बना सकते हैं? Rabbit and rocket.
Rabbit went in a rocket.
Any action in between?
Like a rocket.
Yes, Miss Yamkemi.
Rabbit playing the rocket.
Very fast.
Okay, rabbit.
The rocket. Like a rocket.
Rabbit is playing with the rocket. Okay, rabbit is riding on a rocket. Right?
Rabbit runs very fast like a
Rabbit
rocket.
went-
Right. Rabbit is looking like a rocket. Anything?
Rabbit went to the rocket.
Okay, rabbit
Rabbit went
went
to
to
the
the
rocket.
rocket. अच्छा, अभी rabbit went to the rocket या rabbit is looking like a rocket, whatever your story is. उसके बाद ना second story, rocket and pizza. Second word and the third one, rocket and pizza.
Rabbit is sitting on the rocket and eating pizza.
Oh wow, rabbit is sitting on the rocket and eating pizza. Wow, right? Rabbit rocket में बैठा हुआ और pizza खा रहा है. Great. Now pizza and guitar.
And he's playing the guitar, eating and playing the guitar as well.
Okay, rabbit is sitting on the rocket, eating pizza and is playing guitar. Wow, what a wonderful scenario, right?
Yeah.
Now next is jacket, guitar and jacket.
He feels cold. So he wears a jacket.
With a beautiful
jacket. He feels cold, so he's wearing a jacket.
Okay, guitar is wearing a jacket. Wow.
No, rabbit is
Sorry.
wearing a jacket.
Yeah, eating the
Okay.
pizza, playing the guitar, wearing a beautiful jacket.
Okay, rabbit was riding on the rocket, eating pizza, playing guitar, and wearing a beautiful jacket, right? And then pencil.
Superb. Holding a pencil in his hand.
Jacket and pencil. Jacket और pencil के बीच की story बनानी है. हर दो के बीच की story.
Okay, having a pencil
There's a
in his
pencil in
pocket. Jacket.
jacket pocket.
Jacket,
Yeah.
pocket.
The pencil on the jacket.
अच्छा, jacket के
He
pocket
kept the
में there is a
pencil in
pencil.
his jacket. Not a my company basically.
Okay, jacket के pocket में there is a pencil. Now, this is not nonsense, right? क्योंकि jacket के pocket में pencil हो सकती है. मुझे कुछ nonsense create करना है.
Okay. And the pencil peeping out of the pocket of the jacket.
Sorry?
The pencil peeping the pocket of his jacket.
The pencil is in the jacket.
Peeping out.
Peeping
No,
out.
the pencil is peeping out from the
Pencil
jacket.
is peeping out of the jacket. Okay,
Right.
okay. The pencil is peeping out of the jacket. And now make a story between pencil and window.
The pencil peeping out of his jacket, looking at the window.
नहीं अभी क्या हो रहा है आप लोग देखो कनेक्शन बना रहे हो आप लोग पूरी स्टोरी
Okay.
का कनेक्शन बना रहे हो I have said we
Okay.
need to make story between two words,
So, okay.
right? तो हर word की story different होगी.
Okay, okay.
Pencil flies
The
out of the
pencil
window.
is near the window.
दोनों की story अलग होती है हर दोनों की story
The
अलग होती है.
pencil was in the
Pencil
jacket
flies out of the
Pencil
window.
is near the window.
and the
Funny,
pencil
funny,
was
funny, something funny.
in the locker.
The
Pencil
structure of
flies
the
out of the
pencil
window.
is window size.
Okay, the pencil is of the
jump
window
out of the
size.
window.
Okay, the pencil is of the window size, right? But इसमें कोई
Okay.
action नहीं.
Pencil
By the
is used
Flies out of the window.
Pencil
The
is
Pencil flies out of the window.
okay. Okay, pencil.
window.
Okay. Pencil inside the window. Now, window and monkey.
The monkey
Pencil
and the
flies out of the window and the monkey jumps in from it.
नहीं अभी ये प्रैक्टिकल है monkey कूद सकता है Nonsense है. Monkey married the window.
The monkey is sitting outside in the window.
Monkey married the window.
the monkey entered the window. Entered through the window.
Yes. Okay. Then
The monkey opened the window.
अभी ये भी possible है. Window खोल सकता है. We have to think of something that is impossible and funny. The monkey married the window.
Yes.
The
Right?
monkey was sliding down
The-
from the window.
वो भी possible है.
The
The
monkey
monkey
get
saw the
inside the window.
वो भी possible है. The monkey was carrying window on his head.
The monkey saw the window.
Sliding down from the window.
Okay.
The
Okay.
monkey was sleeping in the lap of the window.
Okay. Okay. Now, then monkey and the bottle.
A monkey carries a bottle on his hand.
Grab
नहीं. Funny बनाना है. Funny.
The monkey wanted to
Water
the bottle.
from the bottle.
Monkey baked the bottle. Monkey ने bottle को bake किया. Bake कर सकते हैं? नहीं कर सकते, right? Then bottle and garden.
The
Yes, the
bottle was
monkey inside the
ran
bottle.
into the garden.
Monkey sat inside the bottle on the garden.
Okay, monkey sat in the bottle in the garden.
Inside
Okay. अभी वो बॉटल और गार्डन के बीच की स्टोरी नहीं बनी है. ये पूरा एक सेंटेंस हो गया. एक सेंटेंस में आपने 3 वर्ड ले लिए.
The bottle stood and
Bottle
ran
started
into the
flying
garden.
in the garden.
Bottle hung in the garden.
अभी ये पॉसिबल है. बॉटल कैन बी हंग इन द गार्डन. फनी बनाना है. फनी.
Bottle is flying in the garden.
Yes, bottle is flying in the garden. Correct. Right.
Dancing in
Okay.
the garden.
Now the rule is for this link system. The rule is you have to make story a nonsense story between 2 words, right? And then you have to close your eyes and imagine that story. Picture आना जरूरी है, right? Now, for example, all of you close your eyes. I'll just recall the story. Okay. Just close your eyes and try to imagine. And after every sentence, you have to open your eyes. जब एक story खत्म होगी, आंखें खुलनी है. फिर next story start होगी, eyes will remain closed, right? So here, rabbit is riding on a rocket. Imagine, close your eyes and imagine, rocket के ऊपर rabbit बैठा हुआ है और वो ride कर रहा है. He's riding on the rocket. Now open your eyes. कितना मजा आ रहा है देख करके, right? Next, rocket is made of pizza. Oh wow! Close your eyes and see. Rocket जो है वो पूरा पिज्जा का बना हुआ है. वाह, उसमें चीज पड़ा हुआ है, कैप्सिकम है, पूरा चीज बर्स्ट का आ रहा है, एकदम पिज्जा. बहुत ही बढ़िया फ्लेवर उठ के आ रहा है, right? Rocket is made of pizza. Okay. Now open your eyes. The third story. Pizza is playing a guitar. Imagine, pizza is playing a guitar. Pizza है और गिटार है, वो उसको बजा रहा है. Wow. Pizza is playing a guitar. Then again, open your eyes. Next story. Guitar was wearing a beautiful jacket. अरे वाह, उसके अंदर से तो पिज्जा की स्मेल आ रही है. उसके अंदर वो पूरा beautiful jacket पहना हुआ है उसने. Wow. Now open your eyes. Next again. Next one. Jacket was holding a pencil या pen. Jacket was holding a pencil. Jacket ने pencil को पकड़ रखा है. तुम कहीं नहीं जा सकती, तुम मेरी हो. Right? You cannot go anywhere. You are mine. Jacket ने pencil को पकड़ रखा है. You are there for me. Open your eyes. Next. Now next, pencil jumps out of the window. Pencil ने कहा नहीं ऐसा नहीं हो सकता. I need to go. And pencil jumped out of the window. Now again, open your eyes. Next story. Window was eating a monkey. Oh my God. Window is eating a monkey. Window is eating a monkey. Yum 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 yum. Banana की बजाय monkey खा रहा है आज window. Banana monkey खाता है लेकिन आज window ने monkey को खा लिया. Right? Now next again, open your eyes. Next one. Monkey baked the bottle. Monkey को cake bake करना था, बस उसने bottle bake कर दिया. Monkey baked a bottle. Again, done. Open your eyes. Next, bottle slept in the garden, or bottle is riding, ऊपर flying in the garden. Now open your eyes. Now who will take the challenge? आपको सिर्फ words बताने हैं, story नहीं बतानी है. Just take the challenge. Okay, yes, Miss Ashwini.
Rabbit, rocket, pizza, jacket, jacket,
फिजा ने क्या पहना था?
Guitar, then pencil, window, no, oh, a minute,
Window.
window,
विंडो से कौन कूदा था?
pencil,
हाँ, और विंडो ने किसको खा लिया था?
monkey,
मंकी ने क्या बेक किया?
Bottle.
बॉटल कहाँ उड़ रहा था? गार्डन. अभी बैकवर्ड्स चलते हैं, ठीक है? सबसे पहला वर्ड कौन सा था? Who will take the challenge now?
Garden,
Yes.
bottle,
Bottle.
then window, monkey, pencil, then jacket, then pizza, guitar, pizza, rocket, rabbit.
Rocket and rabbit.
Yes. See, तो क्या हुआ? अभी स्टोरी बना, आपने ठीक से विजुअलाइज नहीं किया तो वो गड़बड़ हो गया, राइट? क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोग स्टोरी बना रहे थे. जब हम इंडिविजुअल स्टोरी बनाते हैं, राइट, then it goes smoothly. Okay, so this is the way how we teach link system to the student. Now the same thing I have tried doing with one student of class 5. I'll just show you the video. Okay, I'm stop sharing my screen, right? Chalo.
Okay, ma'am.
First 1 to 10, then 10 to 1. Okay, and then I will ask you random words. From between, you have to tell me what is there after, what's there before. Okay, I hope ready? Audible. Chalo.
Yes.
Close your eyes, imagine, and then you can start. Start.
Ma'am, soda, tractor, lamp, piece, station, cup, fan, cheese, talk, movie.
Perfect. Now go backwards.
Movie, talk, cheese, cup, fan, then cup, and then station, piece, lamp, tractor, soda.
Superb. Superb. Now tell me what word comes, which word was there after station?
Cup,
Lamp,
piece,
talk,
movie,
perfect. Before cheese,
before cheese. Ma'am, fan,
perfect. Before lamp,
tractor.
perfect. Superb. Now give me your feedback. How was your experience and how was your learning?
Ma'am, it was so funny and so good. Ma'am, every child have to join this class and learning these things.
Varal. So that was his experience. It was just one thing that I was trying whether like after doing this course, I was trying to do it with few of the students that whether this is effective or no, whether they are able to do it or no. So when a class 5 child was able to do it, that really gave me the confidence because I was into the process of sharing with everybody from a longer time, but I did not had that confidence. But since once I tried it one child, I tried it with 2 to 3 different more children of different levels. It really gave me the confidence and really proved that yes, it actually works. That is why today I'm sharing it with all other educators because it takes a lot of guts to share anything with anyone when you yourself is in a very dicey state. But I'm 110% sure, 200% sure that it really works. So the neuroscience revolution, right? It really works. So teaching needs to be revamped. And you need to include mind mapping into your sessions. You need to include brain gymming. You need to include these funny stories, link system, Padlet system, lossy system into your teaching methodology. Or if you are a parent, you should teach your child in that way. There are a few other feedbacks also that I would like to share with you all. These are the students of BCA. I taught them the basic study skills, and here is their feedback.
Good afternoon, my name is Dad and I'm currently pursuing BTech in Computer Science and I'm in my first year and I'm gradually learning how to adapt college academics and improve the way I study and express my ideas. Yesterday, Shifali ma'am taught us a very practical and effective way to learn answers, sentences and even full paragraph easily. Her method makes learning less stressful and much more engaging, which honestly makes my study enjoyable instead of tiring or boring. And I found her approach extremely helpful for academics and I'm very confident that if I implement this method consistently, it will improve my understanding and performance.
This is
Good
one
afternoon.
child, and there is another child. So there are a lot many, because I tried this with multiple students.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I am Sanjeevni Singh. I would like to sincerely thank Mrs. Shefali Saxena ma'am for the wonderful and insightful session on study skill techniques. I am a BSc Honours Biotechnology student, and my main challenging during studies have been managing a vast syllabus, understanding complex topics, and effective revision, and time management during exams. Through this session, I understand important techniques like smart study planning, effective note planning, and active learning, and proper answer writing strategies. These techniques will help me improve my understanding, retain concepts better, and manage my time effectively, and write the well structured answers in exams. The session was very engaging and extremely useful for me as a college student. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your guidance and support. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Another child.
Good afternoon. My name is Shambhavi Singh and currently I am pursuing BSc Honours Biotech as a first year student. So yesterday I attended Shefali's ma'am learning skill classes and honestly it was genuinely useful. She didn't just taught us theory, she taught us practical methods which we can apply to study smart and manage our times. As a student we usually don't get to manage our times and keep on learning things instead of revising them. So with the help of those methods which ma'am taught us, it's very easy to manage our time and to get time to revise the things. So I really love the way she taught us. It was clear, the session was clear, interactive and student focused also, and I must say that it was student friendly also. So thanks to Shefali ma'am who taught us those techniques which are very useful for us. And yes, the session was very good. Thank you so much, ma'am.
So these were the feedbacks now. So we have come to the end of the session. But before I close, I would just like to share that I have this course with me where there are lot many things that if you take enrollment, you would love to learn, and you can implement the same thing into your classroom. Those who wish to know about the course, those who are interested to get into the course, they can stay, and those who wish to leave, they can leave. Thank you so much for joining. So from here, I will share the details of the course that I'm offering basically, and will share the link also for the payment and all for the registration part, the entire course structure. So those who wish to leave, they can leave. Those who are still interested to get into it, they can wait and we can go ahead. Right.
Good evening, ma'am. How can we get that certificate?
Okay. So for that, ma'am, for this session, there was no certificate since this is a webinar. So there's no certificate for this. It was just the course information and a little knowledge sharing session that I have conducted. So there's no certificate for this particular session.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Right. So now let's move ahead with as what in you will learn, what's the entire course structure. So this is a 9-hour program for educators and parents. Here you will be learning the brain's natural language, how to create image stories, the radiant thinking. You will be able to create link stories. अभी कई लोगों को लग रहा होगा कि हमें तो स्टोरी क्रिएट करना आ गया है, बट अभी वो नहीं आया है क्योंकि चीजें कुछ कुछ गड़बड़ थी, राइट? आपको 2 वर्ड के बीच में स्टोरी क्रिएट करना था और आप लोग पूरी पूरी स्टोरी क्रिएट कर रहे थे, राइट? सो इट टेक्स लिटिल टाइम टू अंडरस्टैंड द एंटायर स्ट्रक्चर बेसिकली. You will be learning how to do speed reading. And this is a fact that students, those who are taught with visual and story-based methods, they retain 65% of more information than those who taught through text alone, right? So there you will be learning how to go ahead with the recapitulation part, how to gamify your content. There are 6 modules into it. 100% online, 9 hours ka total module hai. 6 modules are there into it. 1.5 hour class every day. There will be hands-on session. The sessions will be interactive. Those who have already done the sessions with me, they know how do I take the sessions, and that is why they are here today again. And I'm very thankful to them. You will get the recordings of the session in case you have missed out or in case you want to do the recapitulation of the same thing. Now, once you complete the entire course, definitely there is a certificate on completion that you will receive, and it will show up that yes, you have done 9 hours of professional development training. So this is a kind of certificate that you will receive once you complete the entire course. So it is an official credential. You can showcase it in your profile, in your CV, in your LinkedIn, and more than the fact of certificate, right? Important thing is that you will be bringing a change into the child's life. That is very much important. So here are the pricing. This is the course that I was talking about, beyond the textbook brain-based teaching. It is of just rupees 3,899. See, I'm not a person who is into the marketing field, ki aapko pehle bonus bataye, fir ye bataye, nothing. I have really done a very hard work in getting into this. So the course fee, I have tried to keep it very nominal, that everybody can bear actually. So the fee is 3,899 if you yourself want to learn and you yourself want to get the credentials, right? Rather, if you want your child to learn through me, then you can go ahead with Study Smart Pro. So there will be a different batch for students, different batch for educators and parents. So for students, I have kept it 2,899 since this is the vacation time. So definitely they can go ahead and they can learn better. But if they practice regularly with the parents, then only it will be an effective thing for them, right? Now, you can enroll today, you can enroll tomorrow, but you need to take one decision, right? How does it happen? I'll be sharing a link into the chat box. You just need to fill in the form and make the payment, right? And within 48 hours, your registration will be confirmed. When the payment and all is confirmed, you can use UPI, credit card, debit card, net banking, anything, whatever you want to use, you can use that. You just need to fill in the form and you need to scan the QR code. You need to make the payment, right? So for educators and parents, the batch will start from 22nd of May, Friday, and it will be conducted twice in a week, every Monday and Friday from 7:30 to 9 p.m. For students, it will be on every Thursday and Tuesday from 7:30 to 9 p.m. So I have kept the days different, right? So that there are no clashes. And what you might have certain questions, right? That for which board it will be appropriate. See, no matter which board you are in, be it CBSE, ICSE, IB, State Board, Cambridge, school, anything, right? The brain does not care about the board. It just learns the same way. So if you know how to create mind maps, if you know how to engage the students, definitely no board you are in, you can teach the students always in a very engaging manner. So here are the details. I'll just share the form link into the chat box. If you wish, you can fill in the form. You can do the payment, you can share the screenshot, attach it into the form, and then submit the same thing. I have a separate WhatsApp group also where I will be sharing the details as well. So if you wish, you can join that WhatsApp group and receive further details over there also. Those who are making the payment, make sure that you do share the screenshot of it, right? So here is the WhatsApp group link, and here is the form link. And here it goes. Have shared it. Right? So if you have any doubts or any queries, you can ask. We have come to the end of the sessions. Just a moment. Right. And I'll just stop share the recording over here.